Fall muskies, probably every muskie head's favorite time of year to chase these critters. And when you get the chance to fish muskies in the fall, you're always looking for that shot at a really giant fish. And there's one location that I have to say ranks near the top for catching giant fish. It has the potential for producing not only this, but it has that, and that's Eagle Lake in Northwest Ontario. This place has recorded muskies, weighed measured, at the 60-pound mark. True giants. And so when I look about what's going to make for a great fall experience, I always take into account for where I'm fishing, who I'm fishing with, what the scenery's like, etc. And of course, the big fish are a key ingredient. And Eagle is such a cool place to fish because it's this wilderness environment, almost no development on the lake, giant fish, and where we like to go, Eagle Lake Island Lodge, is on an island right in the middle of muskie country. You never have to travel far. In fact, I've seen giant fish just messing around off the dock casting bait. So you can literally start fishing right at the dock and have a shot at truly giant fish. Now, the lodge's proximity to the good water is number one awesome, but then secondly, the amenities are just fabulous. You've got heated cabins, and you know that it can get cold up there in October. You've got an awesome lodge that has fabulous food, drink. You've got shuffleboard, darts you can play at night. So you've got hot showers. You've got everything you need to be comfortable. And if the weather, you get a blizzard or something like that, you can always just cruise in and you're always fishing. You know, you can always be fishing, or if you need to take a break to get warm, it's right there. So when it comes to fishing muskies in the fall, one of my favorite ways to do it is trolling. And if you've never fished the Shield before in the fall, the trolling up there is spectacular. It's not like fishing a lot of lakes like we have in the States where you're stuck in weeds all the time. You can take crankbaits and grind them into rocks, put on a bunch of miles, cover a lot of water, and you've got great opportunity at catching really some giant fish. So trolling is one of my favorite ways to go about fishing up there in the fall. Secondly, another incredible technique is, of course, throwing the big rubber. This time of year, you're looking for those big main lake points, sunken islands. The fish are essentially most everything's out of the bays. You're looking at those big water, complex areas that have a lot of round rock or broken rock around them. And they're starting to kind of come off that first lip. They're not up on the crowns anymore. They're starting to make their way off the edges. So it's a dynamite way to fish these plastics. You can fish a little deeper. You can even, of course, then trolling the big crankbaits. And they'll even have live bait up there for you. So if you have ever fished live bait before, you know how deadly that can be at muskies. It's an awesome way to just troll around and catch fish. But if you see a fish on any lure that you're throwing, you know you've got that confidence to throw a real live sucker out behind the boat and have a second shot at landing that truly giant muskie. So, of course, to make a big trip, big fish, key ingredient, of course, the people that you do it with, the location that you do it in, and what the accommodations and the camaraderie are like, make it all spectacular. Eagle Lake Island Lodge, hot showers, warm cabins, awesome food, awesome drink, right next to the best fishing grounds, and it's a super affordable deal. So if you're looking for a fall fishing trip, man, you got to check out what Eagle Lake Island Lodge has to offer.